Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. It's the Wisconsin Badgers and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down the sidelines. Holly?
Guys, Penn State made one of the most interesting hires of the offseason. Matt Campbell has shown that he can do it all at Iowa State. Tough nose, and he is a physical coach that makes sure his players play tough. Let's see if the Blue Bloods can get a blue-collar work ethic and bring Penn State back to excellence. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Throwing Joseph. Fires left. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Joseph on the play action. This one's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And the defense brings the blitz. And how about the QB? Really nice job understanding. If I can hang on to this just a little bit longer, it gives my receiver an opportunity to run a better route and get more time to create more space. Nice job hanging in there, taking the hit, and getting the completion off of it.
From the gun on third down, Joseph throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. Off the play fake on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Finds a tight end down the gut. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
One of the things I like about this tight end is he's a target vertically down the field. That was a post route that time, and if you want to try to cover him with a linebacker, probably not going to be fast enough. You want to cover him with a safety, probably not going to be big enough. That's the matchup nightmare this guy can be, and his quarterback.
Could be an alley. Headed to the end zone, and he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then makes a grab and room to run. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
That's a bang-bang type play, RPO, in and out of the hands of the QB quickly. Just get it into the hands of your playmaker as fast as possible and let him do the rest. When you've got this guy's athleticism, man, that is such a great design on offense, and it comes up big.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll give it to him again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And the quarterback does exactly what he's supposed to do. You got to get rid of that football quick, get it to your wide receiver, and sometimes just before you catch those screens, you just bring those eyes down a little bit, lose concentration, and sometimes you get those drops.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Joseph setting up the screen. Smashes through the tackle. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Let's it go to the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Running inside. It's Hansen. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And I like the job by this defense. Seeing the play action, reading it, reacting to run, and then you got to convert to a pass rush. They do a really good job of it. Get to the quarterback and hit him as he's throwing the football.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Scanning the field, it's Beck. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Punt is in the air. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were snagged it, and there's running room. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Throwing Joseph. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
The Badgers will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with turning it on. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. And you think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target, and then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Beck. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Joseph. The screen, and watch out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finding some room. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's a good-looking run there, and if you're going to be RB1 for Wisconsin, you're going to be pretty talented, because you think of the guys they've had in this backfield in recent years, the Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dane, Monty Ball, how about Jonathan Taylor that's getting it done now on Sundays? This guy's got power, he's got speed, he's got shiftiness, he's got all the tools you need to be successful and play on Sunday.
Makes the grab, it's Rigby. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They go play action with Joseph. Here's the pressure. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's 2nd and long. Under fire. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. In the den of the crowd, here's Joseph. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
The Badgers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. The run inside. It's Hansen. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
In a brand new era in Happy Valley, new head coach in Matt Campbell, Drew Allergon at quarterback. Rocco Beck comes in from Iowa State, David, and lots of eyes on Rocco Beck. Did a lot of really good things during his time in Ames, Iowa, and he's now got to be able to take this Nittany Lion offense to the next level. No one, everyone that's watched this guy play knows he's got lots of ability, and he's going to get an opportunity to put that on display today.
Lots of ability, new environment, obviously familiarity with the coaching staff is good, but there's also something to all of those starts. You know, this guy has seen it all. He's been there. He's done that, right? Like, interested to see all the pieces that were brought with him, but you're right. New year, new system, new fans to get used to in a new place, but Rocco Beck's been a dude throughout his college career.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hansen.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
On the ground, it's Hansen. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Rides to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
The Nittany Lions back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the red zone, it's Hansen. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, one thing you know about Penn State when you've watched them play in recent years is they were absolutely loaded at running back. Maybe the best 1-2 combination over the last several seasons in Nick Singleton and Kaytron Allen, David. Now both those guys are gone. There's going to be some new faces toting the rock, but this is Penn State. They've got to be able to run the ball.
They do, and you think about this new era with Matt Campbell coming over, obviously bringing Hansen at the running back spot, but you know how he likes to do it, man. Multiple tight ends, run the football. Rocco Beck's going to be steady at quarterback, so whether it's Hansen, whether it's Peoples who comes over from Ohio State, I expect the ground game to be what Penn State fans are used to.
The Nittany Lions are in the red zone. Back to pass, it's Beck. Makes the catch. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up first and goal.
He'll keep it on second down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play.
You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the third and goal.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Throwing Joseph. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
The option, the keeper, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
One of the reasons I love this defense is because their DBs get involved and they come screaming downfield. That's a pretty good athlete playing quarterback on that run, but because of the speed they have in their secondary, boy, they were able to get to him quickly.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Joseph. Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
Joseph unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
All right, trying to attack the middle of the field on that in route. Nice job putting his foot in the ground. He didn't telegraph where he was going. He was open. He's just got to make the catch.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Joseph on the play action. Could not make his way to the corner. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. Going to take a shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running inside, it's Hansen.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Beck. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And now that completely changes the thought process for this offense. Like, you're thinking, don't make a bad play, don't turn it over, understand I might have to punt the football. Now you flip the field position immediately, looking to be aggressive to get some points before the half.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. He's got the tight end. On the move, snags it, and he's open. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Timeout taken here by the Nittany Lions. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. Caught. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Penn State will spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Throwing Joseph. Plucks it out of the air.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. And the Badgers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Tight end now in motion. Just feeds the running back. Got a little grass. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Still looking on the move. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Here comes the offense on second down. The run inside. It's Henson. Turns it on in midfield. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Right back to the well.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Henson. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Back to pass, it's Beck. Fires to the right. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Joseph rushes on him. He wants to go deep. Pulls it in on the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get them isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
Handoff from the shotgun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Reads it, fires complete. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fine, there's some room. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He'll try it again. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Back to throw, it's Beck. Zings it complete to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. The offense goes back to work, and the defense is keeping them in it right now. They just really haven't gotten much done when they've had the football. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevel to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots. But it won't be an offense with Wisconsin then. It's opening up. It's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Pulls it on the option. Shakes off the defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. The give on the inside. He did not make it a stonewall on third down. The Badgers will punt this one away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So after that false start, now instead of 2nd and short, you've got 2nd and 8. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hansen. There's a crease. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He's topped 150 yards on the ground. 18 Nittany Lion-backs have gone for 2K. They've had some great names in history. Franco Harris, Lydell Mitchell, John Cappelletti, Saquon. Maybe this guy's going to be remembered among those legends.
Man, that's crazy to go back and think about those guys and those kind of playmakers coming from one school. I want to be the next guy. That's why you want to go to Penn State, to put your name on that list.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Going for the big play. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
This defense knew coming in the offense was going to try to test them. They were going to try to take some shots vertically down the field. Defense was ready for that one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Beck. Throwing right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. On the ground with the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. They go right back to him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. Right on the money. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Throwing Joseph. Finds his tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Number 97, set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Penn State's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Works the middle. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Peoples. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's got it on the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
He'll do it himself. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Unloads to the wideout. Connection to the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Quickly to the tight end. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll send the tight end in motion. This quarterback part of their running game. Here's a little room there. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Penn State. We're on the sideline, got it in the end zone.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart.
Number 9, set to kick this one.
He'll bring it out. It's Rigby. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They go play action with Joseph. Fires to the tight end. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll move the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph hauls it in. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He's got it again. And they swarm him under. Third and 6 yards to go. Joseph. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this offense, they just got to find a way to make some plays here. They dug themselves a huge hole, haven't played well, especially in the important areas. They've kicked too many field.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Joseph to throw for it on 4th. Fires downfield. Complete in the middle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Gonna let it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, that incompletion really tells the story of this football game. If you don't score touchdowns, it's really hard to win games. They haven't found themselves in the end zone at all in this game. Throwing it, running it, they have been completely dominated.
Throwing Joseph. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations with this defense. They don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
4th down, Joseph. Pocket breaking down. Looking deep. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting. Defensively, you get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a...
There he goes. They stop him right there. A pickup of 10, enough for the 1st down, and we've also taken it to the 2-minute timeout. The Badgers look to do some damage in the red zone. Joseph. He wants it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a 1st down and protect this lead. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Finds his big tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Badgers want to talk things over, and they use their 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Now facing a 3rd and long. Keeps it himself. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. The Badgers now use their 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee.